the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. For the Detroit Tigers, leading off, playing center field, Ron LaFleur. In 1978, LaFleur batting .291. Batting second at second base, Lou Whitaker. Batting third, the designated hitter, Rusty Staub. Staub batting .284 with 108 RBIs here in 1978. In the cleanup slot, first baseman Jason Thompson. Thompson batting .297. Steve Kemp will play left field and bat fifth. Kemp batting .275. Bill May will bat sixth and do the catching for the Detroit Tigers tonight. Tim Corcoran will bat seventh and play right field. Corcoran batting .266. Phil Mankowski will bat eighth and play third base. Mankowski batting .300, but splitting the duties at third base with Aurelio Rodriguez. Alan Trammell, young rookie shortstop, will bat ninth, and he's batting .266 on the year. Once again, the right-hander Kip Young, called up in the middle of the season, will do the pitching for the Tigers tonight. For the New York Yankees, playing center field and leading off, Nick the Quick, Mickey Rivers. Rivers batting .268. Willie Randolph at second base will bat second, and Randolph is batting .277. Hitting third, the captain, Thurman Munson. Munson batting right around .300. Reggie Jackson, right fielder, and Jackson will hit in the cleanup slot. Jackson batting .279 on the year. Chris Chambliss will play first base and bat fifth. Chambliss batting .285. In the sixth slot, playing third base, Greg Nettles. Nettles batting .278. Lou Piniella will play left field. Roy White will bat eighth and be the designated hitter. White batting .264. Bucky Dent will be the shortstop, and he'll hit in the ninth slot. Dent batting .261. And for the Yankees, warming up down the right field line in the Yankee bullpen, right-hander Kit Kidrill. Right now, manager Bob Lemon walking out to exchange lineups with Sid the Tiger rookie in. And right now, Young is ready to go. The Tigers are ready to go, and Mickey Rivers is ready to go. Rivers steps in. He'll be followed by Randolph and Munson. And here with the play-by-play, Bill White.
All right, Fran Healy. Mickey Rivers batting at .268. 11 home runs and 44 runs batted in. Mickey in left-handed, and here's the first pitch of the ball game. And it's swung in on the ground to shortstop. Trammell's right there. Hop, skip, throws on the first base, and they've got Rivers. One away. Some other good news for Yankee fans. Ron Guidry, Yankee pitching ace, has been named American League Player of the Week. Pitched 2 complete game wins last week, raising his one-loss record to 22 wins and just 2 losses, and his earned run average lowered down to 1.77. Willie Randolph stands in, and he takes high, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on, just underway from Tiger Stadium. The Yankees and the Detroit Tigers, the first game of a 3-game series. Young's next pitch, hit foul outside third base. Dick Hauser, the Yankee third base coach, lets it go by. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Willie Randolph. I don't know if you remember, Fran Healy, but Kip Young gave the Yankees a lot of trouble for a few innings with a good off-speed curveball.
Yes, he did, Billy, and he also had good control.
The next pitch, there's that curveball, a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Randolph.
Of course, the second time around, I'm sure the Yankees will feel more comfortable at the plate against Young.
Now the young right-hander looks in for a sign from Milt May. Now he rocks, and the 1-2 pitch to Randolph. Curveball lined right to the shortstop. Alan Trammell, he makes the catch. They're 2 outs.
So a lot of people concerned about the Yankees having a letdown after the 4-game sweep in Boston. I think the day off, very important. Gave the Yankees an opportunity to think about the series with Detroit.
Well, the other thing, too, the Red Sox beat Baltimore yesterday, so the Yankees really are not in first place anymore. They're a half game back, and, of course, it's good to have something like that to shoot for.
Right.
Red Sox now played 1 more game than the Yankees as Thurman Munson stands in. 2 outs, nobody on. Munson batting at .295, 6 home runs and 65 runs batted in. And he usually hits well here at Tiger Stadium. Swings and misses a fastball. No balls and a strike. Over the years, Thurman Munson and Roy White have sort of owned this ballpark. Roy's hit many of his home runs right here at Tiger Stadium. Here's the 1-strike pitch to Munson. Curveball hit on the ground to third. 1 hopper for Mankowski. Throws over to Jason Thompson, and the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down. At the end of 1/2 inning of play, the Yankees nothing, and the Tigers are coming up.
Cohoes Tobacco Company has more to offer than the name implies. Cohoes Tobacco is helping Zenith celebrate both their 60th anniversary and the manufacturing of the 20 millionth Zenith color television set. In fact, Zenith is offering a cash rebate on 25-inch diagonal Zenith System 3 console or table TVs. This cash rebate of up to $60 can be yours depending on the model you purchase. All you have to do is buy one of the qualifying Zenith models, fill out the money-back coupon from Cohoes Tobacco Company, and send the coupon back to Zenith with your owner's registration card as proof of purchase. You'll get a check direct from Zenith. And while you're at Cohoes Tobacco, see the complete line of Zenith color TVs, Zenith black and white portables, and Zenith stereo equipment. Now is the time to buy a new Zenith color TV with a cash rebate on certain models. The place, Cohoes Tobacco Company, 60 Remsen Street, Cohoes. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5:30, Friday nights till 9. Closed Sunday and Monday. Cohoes Tobacco Company, with more to offer than the name implies.
I guess I'm lucky. My family's always been healthy. Oh, a touch of constipation now and then, but we've got X-Lax for that.
Today, more American families trust X-Lax than any other brand. More need a laxative, you can count on X-Lax for relief in the morning. For occasional use, only as directed.
Why X-Lax? My family trusts it. That's why.
Now you can soften hard, calloused skin without painful cutting or scraping. Apply stainless Dermasoft cream to your feet as directed. Insist on Dermasoft cream.
A reminder, there's no bleacher seats remaining for this weekend's Boston series at the stadium. No tickets for this Boston series will be sold on game day. So if you do not already have tickets, please don't come out to the stadium this weekend. There will be no Boston tickets on sale on the days of the game. So the Boston series, a sellout. The very important Detroit series on right now. Ron LaFleur steps in to face Dick Tidrow. LaFleur will be followed by the young rookie Lou Whitaker and then the veteran Rusty Staub. Bill?
All right, Fran Healy, the Yankees, the Tigers, meeting for the 13th time this year. The Yankees have won 9 and the Tigers 3. Here's Ron LaFleur, the bot Mr. Everything here in Detroit. Batting .291, 10 home runs, 56 runs batted in. Leads the American League in stolen bases with 62. And he backs off a fastball inside, ball one. LaFleur has only been caught 13 times. He's been quite successful as a base stealer. Slider on the outside corner, it's 1-1. No score playing the bottom half of the first inning here at Tiger Stadium. Already in Boston, the Red Sox lead the Baltimore Orioles 1-0 at the end of one. LaFleur bounced one over Nettles' head out the left field, base hit. And quickly, Lou Piniella, LaFleur around first base, going to second, off balance goes, not in time. Ron LaFleur really hustling away from home plate. Hit a high chopper over Nettles' head. Piniella charged as fast as he could, got to the ball, had to throw off balance. LaFleur, using his speed, has just doubled.
Of course, once again, speed tells the story. Anybody else hits that ball, it's a single. Ron LaFleur, the fastest right-handed hitter probably in the major leagues, in with an easy double.
Might not even be a single, friend, because Nettles could have played a little deeper on him at third base.
Right.
He had to shorten up with him there. Here's Lou Whitaker, the second baseman, a left-handed batter. Whitaker bunts foul in the stands over the Detroit Tiger dugout on the third base side. Whitaker trying to advance LaFleur to third base with a bunt. Nettles way in at third base. Buck get in as a shortstop. He's cheating just a bit towards second. Willie Randolph to second base, and then Chambliss in close at first base. Tidrow set. Checks and deals. Swung on and fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes on Lou Whitaker.
Score from Boston at the end of 2 innings. It's Boston 1, Baltimore nothing.
All right, Fran. Denny Martinez for the Baltimore Orioles and Mike Torres for the Boston Red Sox. So the count here on Lou Whitaker, no balls, 2 strikes. LaFleur off second, nobody out in the bottom of the first. The pitch to Whitaker is fouled back over our heads. And the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Whitaker has hit himself into the running for the Rookie of the Year award in the American League. He, along with Paul Molitor of the Milwaukee Brewers and Carney Lansford, the California Angels. Tidrow's 2-strike pitch, swung on and missed. Got him with a good sinker going down and away, and there's one away.
Still another rookie in the running, Rich Gale, Kansas City Royals.
Gale has done an excellent job with the Royals. Without him, they would be in second and third place over there in the American League West.
Without a doubt.
Here's Rusty Staub, the Bengals' top ERA man, or actually RBI man. 102 runs batted in on 20 home runs. Staub is batting at 284. Chokes up on the bat, stands even with the plate. Left-handed hitter. Tidrow sets. And the pitch to Staub. Too high. Ball one. On deck is Jason Thompson, the big first baseman. LaFleur at second base, one away. Dead sneaking in behind LaFleur. Now he backs off. Pitch to Staub. Misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Dick Trzaskowski coaching at third base for the Tigers. Red Hatfield coaching at first. Here's a 2-strike pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 2 balls and a strike. Tidrow keeping the ball away from Staub. Trying to make him hit the ball the other way. Now the big right-hander sets. And the 2-1 pitch. Check to swing on a curveball down low. 3-1. Rivers playing a very shallow center field. He's almost directly behind second base in shallow. Now the set. 3-1 pitch to Staub. Ball 4, just missed outside. So Staub goes to first base. Ron LaFleur is down at second. And with 1 out, the batter is Jason Thompson, the first baseman. Thompson batting at 297. He has 23 home runs and 85 runs batted in. He did most of that hitting before the All-Star break. He's been bothered by a bad hand lately, but he still has plenty of power, especially here at Tiger Stadium. 325 feet down the right field line, 370 in right center. Deepest part of the ballpark, straight away center, 440. Thompson takes a strike on the inside corner. Yankee infield back now. They're looking for 2. Tidrow reading signs from Munson, likes what he sees. He sets, checks LaFleur, then sneaking in behind LaFleur. Tidrow spins, does not throw, as LaFleur bounces back to second base. Now Tidrow's at the belt again. The pitch. Swung on it in the air, deep center field. Rivers going back, still back. He's there now and makes the catch. LaFleur goes back to second base. He tags here and goes on to third, and Staub has to hold it first. Another 2 outs as Rivers went a long way center field. We mentioned he was playing in shallow. He went about 400 feet straight away, caught the ball, got it back into second base, holding Staub at first as LaFleur went to third. So the Tigers now run it at first and third, 2 outs for Steve Kemp, their left fielder. Kemp's a left-handed batter. He's batting at 275. He has 12 home runs and 71 runs batted in. Tigers just 9.5 games back. Everybody figured the Tigers might end up in last place or fighting Toronto for last place in the American League East, but they've surprised a lot of people. They're 12 games over 500 with 77 wins and 65 losses. 9.5 games now, 10 games behind Boston. Pitch to Kemp. Swung on, drilled deep to right. That ball might be gone. It is in the upper deck. And Detroit leads 3-0. Steve Kemp swinging on Tidrow's first pitch, hitting it into the upper deck in right center field. And Detroit leads 3-0.
Tidrow got the fastball up to Kemp, and of course, in order for Tidrow to be effective, he has to keep the fastball down. He relies on his sinker. When he keeps the sinker down, he's tough.
And this ballpark, Fran, just about each wall here, every wall here is reachable except straightaway center field. All you've got to do, left field, right field, left center, right there, is hit the ball hard, get it up in the air, and go out of here.
Right.
Here's Milt May, the catcher. He's batting 265, 10 home runs and 37 runs batted in. Left-handed batter takes 2 high, ball 1. Well, the Tigers striking quickly on the bat of Steve Kemp, a 3-run home run for the youngster. They now lead 3-0 in the first inning. May hits one in the air toward left field. Coming on is Lupinella. He's there and makes the catch, and the side is retired. Tigers 3 runs on 2 hits, nobody left on base. And at the end of one, the Tigers lead the Yankees 3-0.
No matter what you do, no matter when or where, you know a glass of blood is like an easy chair. When you live like this, you get it all. When you live like this, you get it all. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Listen to that crowd, Phil, shouting for their hero, Reggie Jackson, the first man ever to hit 5 home runs in one series. He set 9 records last year, and why are you shaking your head?
Well, they're not shouting for Reggie Jackson. They're shouting for Reggie, the new candy hit.
Now, don't be absurd.
Well, that crowd is hungry, Frank, for chewy caramel, crunchy peanuts, chocolatey coating.
Quick, give me a bite of your Reggie.
No.
But all that shouting made me hungry, too.
No.
I'll scream, Reggie! Reggie! I'll outshout the crowd.
This is so embarrassing.
Okay, Reggie Jackson steps in to face Chip Young. Top of the second inning, the Tigers 3, the Yankees nothing. Jackson will be followed by the 5th hitter in the Yankee lineup, Chris Chambliss, and then Greg Nettle. Bill?
All right, Fran. He leads Jackson batting at .279. He has 21 home runs and 79 runs batted in. Left-handed batter. Trying to get something going for the Yankees in the top of the second. The Tigers used a 3-run home run by Steve Kemp against Dick Tidwell, and they lead 3-0. Jackson bounces one to second. Whitaker plays the big hop, throws over to Thompson. And Jack Jackson clears one away. Here's Chris Chambliss, the first baseman. Chambliss batting .285 with 10 home runs and 83 runs batted in. Moving on deck is Greg Nettles. Young bends forward for Stein, gets it and deals to Chambliss. Too low, ball 1. Note on former Yankee Bobby Mercer, he has 8 straight base hits, only 2 away from tying the National League record. For the Cubs, curveball hit in the air in left center. After it is LaFleur and also Kemp. Kemp is over there. The left fielder makes the catch. 2 outs. And I understand the Cubs and the Mets were rained out, so Mercer will not be able to go for that record tonight. Here's Greg Nettles, the Yankee third baseman. 23 home runs, 81 runs batted in. A 10-game hitting streak, batting at .278. Infield plays Nettles to pull. Curveball is down low, ball 1. Tigers leading 3-0. Yankees batting in the top of the second inning here at Tiger Stadium. Young bends forward for Stein. He gets it. The 1-0 to Nettles. Outside, changeup. 2 balls, no strikes. Mankowski way off the line at third base. Chambliss almost behind second base. 2-0 pitch is low. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. The Yankees just off the massacre of the Boston Red Sox. Called strike with 3-1. This year is a tendency to fight a bit to regain your offense after having the 4 games they had in Boston.
I'm sure, and of course, having a day off could hurt.
3-1 is down low, ball 4. Nettles walks. In those 4 games, the Yankees scored 42 runs. To just 9 for the Red Sox. They got 67 base hits, 2 home runs, 2 triples, 5 doubles. 19 Yankees were walked, 3 of them were hit. In addition, the Red Sox made a dozen errors. Had great attendance up there, 133,640 for those 4 ball games.
And Bill, I'm sure ball clubs, they really don't want a day off this late in the season, especially if they're in the pennant fight.
Oh, neither team had batting batting practice here as it drizzled right up to game time. Clark was just taken off. Lou Piniella takes the strike. That didn't make Steve Kemp any difference. He just jumped on the first pitch from Dick Tidrow and drove it into the upper deck in right center field for a 3-run home run. Piniella batting at .321, 5 home runs and 58 runs batted in. Swings and doesn't get a high slider. No balls, 2 strikes. Lou had an excellent series in Boston. About every Yankee had an excellent 4 games in Boston. Now Milt Mays stands up, calls time. Now he gets back down. Flashing signs for Kip Young. The young right-hander's at the belt, goes to first base, and Nettles skips back there. He's safe. Now the set. And the pitch to Piniella. Swung on the ground, through the left side, base hit. And quickly, Kemp, the left fielder, he'll hold Nettles at second base. So Piniella continues his hot hitting. He singles in the hole between the third baseman, Phil Mankowski, and the shortstop, Alan Trammell. Well, the Yankees now runners at first and second. There are 2 outs, and the batter is Roy White.
Joe Pinella's the type of hitter to remember Kip Young, exactly what Young threw him in Yankee Stadium, and he would go up and look for it.
Well, Young should remember what Roy White hit off him for his 3-run home run that actually won the ball game for the Yankees. The Yankees won at 4-2 over the youngster. White hit it in the runway in right field. Now has 8 home runs and 39 runs batted in. Takes outside, ball 1. Roy batting at .264. His batting average on the rise. Finally getting a chance to play most every day. The 1-0 pitch to him. Too low. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Nettles down at second base. Piniella on at first. There are 2 outs. The Yankees are batting in the top of the second, and Detroit leads 3-0. Now Young looks in for sign, does not like it, shakes his head. Finally sees one that he likes and sets. 2-0 pitch. Swung on it in the air, shallow left, might be trouble. Coming on his Kemp, and he makes the catch on the run. Steve Kemp got a good jump, caught the ball for out number 3. No runs, 1 base hit, 2 men left on base. After an inning and a half, the Tigers 3, the Yankees nothing.
Did you ever watch people ordering hamburgers when they had a complete choice of toppings? Well, let someone order mustard relish and onions, and the next person looks at it like he's crazy and then orders
with ketchup, mayo, and pickles.
And the next person shakes his head and orders
with cheese, lettuce, and tomato.
And on it goes. At Wendy's, each and every hamburger is custom made with your choice of toppings.
With ketchup, onions, mustard, pickles, mayo, relish, lettuce, tomato, and cheese.
We take the great hamburger toppings and fix them in 256 different combinations, including your favorite. And we don't skimp on the portions either.
With lots and lots of ketchup, please.
We fix the toppings 256 ways. But at Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers, we fix the meat only one way. Hot and juicy.
Wendy's, 1335 Central Avenue near Colony Center, 741 New Loudon Road, just south of Latham Circle, 3 Clifton Country Road, across from Clifton Country Mall, and now in Glenville.
Okay, smile, everybody. That's it.
These are times of your life that are special. Times to remember, in pictures. When you get those pictures developed, take them to someone who knows how special those memories are. Take them to a store with a sign that says, we use Kodak paper for a good look. Because they know Kodak paper can help make your pictures look their best. Get your pictures developed soon, wherever you see the Kodak paper sign.
The Milwaukee Brewers will be at the stadium next Monday and Tuesday night. Bill?
All right, Fran. Tim Corcoran will lead off against Dick Tidrow in the bottom of the second. Tigers ahead 3-0. A 3-run home run by Steve Kemp. Corcoran, a left-handed batter, takes down low, ball 1.
ISO, Bando, Don Marty, just to name a few, they've given the Yankees a tough time this year, leading the season series 9-4. Good seats, still available.
1-0 to Corcoran. It's outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Brewers surprising a lot of people. They're still in it. They're just 5 games back. won 83 and lost 61 coming into tonight's action. Hit on the ground to second. Randolph backs up, has a nice hop, throws on over the Chambliss. They've got Corcoran. There's one away. I think it's been a good race, Fran Healy, in the American League in both divisions. It's been a long time since so many people have had a shot at winning.
Great for baseball.
Yep. Boston with a 1.5 game lead over the Yankees, 4.5 over Milwaukee, 7 over Baltimore, 9.5 over the Tigers. Here's Phil Mankowski. He fouls the first pitch back.
Bill in Boston, I talked to Fisk before the ball game. He said, this is the way baseball should be played, tight pennant race. He said, I'd still rather have that 14-game lead, though.
Next pitch to Mankowski. Outside, it's 1-1. Over the American League West, Kansas City fighting California. The Angels just a game and a half back, and the Rangers are still in it. They're 7.5 back. 1-1 pitch to Mankowski. Swung on, popped up, shallow right center. Going back is Randolph. And Willie, his second baseman, is calling. He's there and makes the catch. 2 outs. Gonna bring on Alan Trammell, the shortstop. Trammell batting at .266, 2 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Close race is great for baseball, great for the American League. A lot of good young players coming into the American League. As Trammell takes the strike.
Yes, there is. And this young man right here, Alan Trammell, an excellent shortstop, and swinging the bat pretty well for the Detroit Tigers.
1 strike pitch. Called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Trammell. Oh, the Yankees, Willie Randolph coming in a couple of years ago, 2-time All-Star already. And he'll be around a while. 2-strike pitch. Swung on a miss. Trammell goes down swinging on a breaking ball, and the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down. And at the end of 2, the Tigers 3, the Yankees nothing.
There are 2 things I remember about 58. I spent more on oil for my hair than on oil from a car. And I bought my first Chevy. You can buy a better plug than Champion. It's also the year I started using Champions. Now in 66, I remember 2 more things. A silver Corvette and a redhead named Georgette. No matter where you are, it's Champion. This year I got myself a Chevy wagon. 4 more things to remember. Billy Jr., Billy Joe, Billy Jean, and Willie Bob. I've had a lot of different kinds of Chevys over the years, but one kind of spark plug, Champion. You can't buy a better plug for any kind of car than Champion. Champion. You can't buy a better plug no matter where you are than Champion. Champion's number 1 in the world. Number 1 in your car. Did I forget someone? Did I forget Billy Jack?
Come on, get fresh. Get comfort to me. You smell so fine. And in the clever lime.
Then get fresh with English leather lime from head to toe. Come on, get fresh because
if you want to get close to her, first you gotta get fresh. Come on, get fresh. Get comfort to me. You smell so fine. And in the clever lime.
Once again, we'd like to remind you that all 3 games in New York with the Boston Red Sox this weekend are now completely sold out. There will be no tickets available at the stadium for either of the 3 games. So fans without tickets are urged not to come to Yankee Stadium for the Boston Red Sox series. Bucky Dent steps in for the New York Yankees. Top of the 3rd inning, the score, the Tigers 3, the Yankees nothing. Bill?
All right, Dent on a 10-game hitting streak, and he takes low, ball 1. Bucky now batting at .261. 4 home runs and 35 runs batted in. He drove in some key runs in that Red Sox series. Bucky, a right-handed batter, choking up on the bat. Young's next pitch. Just nipped the bat, held by Milt May. Bucky tried to hold up. It's a ball and a strike. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Curveball is low. It's 2-1. We'll continuing to talk about young players in the American League. That's Paul Molitor, the Milwaukee Brewers, a fine young player.
Yes, he is. Excellent player. And George Bamberger, the manager, very high on him.
Dent loops one to right field. Looks like it's going to fall. Base hit. Over quickly is Corcoran. Cuts the ball off, gets it into second base, and Dent holds on at first. 11 straight games for Bucky Denon, which he's gotten at least one base hit.
And now 20 seconds for our local stations to identify themselves.
Primary Day 1978 is upon us, and WOKO will have all the details of the local and state races that affect you starting during tonight's game and continuing until it's all wrapped up. With elections officials predicting low voter turnout tonight, speculation has it that the incumbents may all fare well. You'll know for sure if you listen to WOKO for complete primary coverage tonight.
So Denon at first base. Nobody out. Here's Mickey Rivers. He fouls it back. Got a good cut at a fastball. No balls and a strike.
Still talking about young players. The Yankees have 3 new young players just reported today. Larry McCall, a pitcher. Jerry Narin, another catcher, another good catcher. And Brian Doyle, an infielder.
Now Young finally gets a pitch he likes and sets. Pitch to Rivers. Swung on, popped up off first base. Now ball is brought back behind home plate. Milt May, the catcher's there, makes the catch. They've got Rivers, and there's one away. Spring training of Fran Ely, we saw Damaso Garcia and Domingo Ramos, 2 young kids who can really pick it around shortstop and second base, and they're going to play for somebody in the future.
Yes, they will. They're excellent ball players, very young players also. Narin, very young.
Yep. Ramos is here now. Garcia had been up earlier. Willie Randolph bounces one to third. Mankowski's up to second. There's one back to first. In time. Tigers turn a 5-4-3 double play, and the side is retired. After 2.5 innings of play, the Tigers lead the Yankees 3-0.
Okay, we're having a Big Dom's summer submarine summer tonight. Mommy wants a shrimp torpedo. Billy's having a Big Dom's mixed cold cuts, and Daddy's having a surf and turf. Now, what's little Ronald going to have? Ronald?
The only problem with a Big Dom Summer Submarine Supper is deciding which Big Dom sub to have. There are 28 different kinds of Big Dom subs, plus 9 Little Joe's hot deli to like.
Ronald?
I'll take the bologna. Maybe I'll have the turkey instead. Wait a minute. I changed my mind.
Big Dom subs, 37 delicious varieties, and they're all delicious. Drive-ins open, and nothing goes better with a weekend triple feature than a Big Dom sub. Big Dom subs are monstrously delicious.
I'll drink to that.
We have milk, soda, lemonade, and iced tea.
In that case, make me a Big Dom's double.
Okay, here are Big Dom's double with plenty of assorted sliced coke. Big Dom subs, delicious at the drive-in. Or for a quick, complete summer supper, right, sweetheart?
Who you calling sweetheart?
Big Dom subs go great anytime. 35 delicious varieties for little appetites or big ones.
Hi, this is Steve Allen.
And Jane Meadows.
For Bell System Long Distance.
A good way to keep in touch with old friends. Steve, how do you feel about calling old friends long distance?
I call them worse names.
Seriously, do you believe a friendship can survive with nothing more than long distance calls?
Mm-hmm. Particularly if one of the friends lives out of town.
You're a big help.
I do have this friend I call long distance.
A particular friend?
Well, he's not particular. He's all right, though.
Any tips on keeping up a friendship by long distance?
Sure. Call often, speak distinctly, and hang up if they ask for money.
There's wisdom lurking in what you say.
Not to mention...
Feeling...
Fan Appreciation Day is just 2 weeks from Saturday. Every fan who comes out to see the Yankees take on the Cleveland Indians that day will get one of those great thermal mugs so popular last year. The mug features the Yankee emblem and a brand new full-colored 1978 Yankee team picture. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Ron LaFleur, the center fielder for the Detroit Tigers, who singled his first time up the lead off the ball game for the Tigers, will bat against Dick Tidrow. LaFleur will be followed by Whitaker and then Rusty Staub. Bill?
All right, friend, LaFleur, a right-handed batter. Nettles shortens up for him at third base. First pitch is a breaking ball that's outside. And the 1-0 pitch to LaFleur. Swung on and fouled back. It's 1-1. LaFleur had a bouncer over Nettles' head leading the ball game off and really hustled himself into a double. Whitaker struck out. Rusty Staub walked. Chase and Thompson fly deep to center field, and then Steve Kemp hit a Tidrow fastball into the seats in right center in the upper deck for the 3-0 Tiger lead. LaFleur takes the pitch on the outside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And the next pitch. Just missed down low as Tidrow working quickly here. He seems to have found his groove. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 delivery. Swung on, hit in the air to right field, deep right field. Jackson going back, and he leaped in. The ball is in the seat for a like he's hurt his head. LaFleur hit one down the right field line. At the 3:25 mark, Jackson went all the way back to the wall, leaped as high as he could, and I think, Fran Ely, that his head hit that bar running along the fence in right field as the ball sailed over the fence for a home run.
It looks like Jackson did hit his head on a steel bar. Gene Monahan, the trainer, out there. Now Monahan jogs back to the dugout. Tidwell got the ball up to LaFleur. LaFleur just slapped the ball that way, and it carried very well right down the line, about 327 feet away from home plate.
Ron LaFleur's 11th home run of the year, and the Tigers now lead 4-0. Here's Lou Whitaker, who struck out his only time at bat against Tidrow. Pitch is on the outside corner, strike one. Getting some action on the Yankee bullpen down the right field foul line. Paul Lindblad's getting up. Screwball is low. It's 1-1 on Whitaker. So Paul Lindblad beginning to throw in the Yankee bullpen here at Tiger Stadium. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. That'll be out of play. Nettles giving chase. Ball on top of the stands here. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tidrow has been done in so far by the long ball. A 3-run home run by Steve Kemp in the first inning after 2 men were out. And a solo shot here by Ron LaFleur leading off in the third. Now the big right-hander rocks. Here's the 1-2 to Whitaker. Swung on and fouled back. Whitaker fooled on a screwball. Just got a piece of it. Well, the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Toronto at Cleveland postponed because of rain. And the pitch swung on and fouled off way down the left field line back in the seats. Another ball game postponed in the National League. Cubbies and the Mets at Shea. Here's a 1-2 to Whitaker. Just missed outside. A good fastball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tidrow's 2-2 pitch. Taken low, ball 3, and the count is full on Lou Whitaker. Larry Barnett is umpiring behind the plate. Jim McKean at first base. Nick Voltaggio at second, and Lou Diamuro at third. Since this is the last game of the season for these 2 teams here, the last series, the umpires have say-so. They have the decision-making authority. Bounced over Tidrow's head. Dead behind second. Quick throw, the first in time. They've got Whitaker, and there's 1 away.
Some of our pregame guests received gift certificates for dinner for 2 at Victoria Station. Tonight, try a restaurant that's really a cut above. Victoria Station for excellent prime rib in a unique atmosphere. Victoria Station in Darien, Yonkers, and East Brunswick.
Here's Rusty Staub, the designated hitter. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Mitch, the umpire, is in charge of starting and stopping this ball game since this is the last series, the year between the Yankees and the Tigers. Well, the umpires have complete authority here. Stop, hits one deep to right. That's gone. No doubt about that one. Way back in the upper deck, and the Tigers now lead 5-0.
Right now, manager Bob Lemon of the New York Yankees comes out of the dugout, walks slowly to the mound. As Rusty Staub touches all the bases once again, Tidrow got the ball up. I know Tidrow likes to throw the day before he works. Of course, yesterday did not get the opportunity to throw. Feels pretty strong. He has the fastball off. Breaker ball pitcher has to be a little bit tired and keep that ball down. And there's a break in the action. With the score, Detroit 5, New York nothing. This is now. Okay, it'll be Paul Lindblad, left-hander. Is out, takes the ball from Bob Lemon. Lemon walks off the mound towards the dugout. Thurman Munson jogs back to home plate. Lindblad will be allowed 8 warm-up tosses. Lindblad 1-1 on the year with a 4.22 ERA. He has 2 saves. Of course, a valuable acquisition for a contending ball club. Lindblad has been through it. A veteran of many campaigns. Has some fine years with Oakland when they were champions in the American League. He can be used as a spot starter and a long relief man. Let's take a look at the scoreboard now. It's Boston 1, Baltimore nothing after 3 innings in Boston. Dennis Martinez, 12 and 11, opposed by Mike Torres. Torres, 15 and 9. Toronto at Cleveland, like Bill told you, rained out. Minnesota at Chicago. Later start. Oakland at Kansas City. Later start. California, Texas, Milwaukee at Seattle. All later start. We're having a problem with the ticker here in a booth in Detroit, so we will keep you posted. I believe we're calling Boston. So we'll keep you posted on that score. In the National League, Chicago and the Mets rained out. Final score, the Cincinnati Reds 4. Houston 3. Summers, a home run for Cincinnati. Campbell 1 for Houston. Montreal 1, St. Louis nothing in the middle of the third inning in Montreal. Bill?
All right, Jason Thompson steps in against Lindblad, and Lindblad's first pitch is a curveball, and it's a called strike. Thompson's been up once wide to center field. He's another big, strong left-handed hitter. Lindblad's next pitch is a fastball. It's down low. It's 1-1. So Dick Tidrow goes 2 1/3 innings, gives up 5 runs on 4 base hits. 3 of those 4 base hits home runs. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Change-up is low. 2-1 on Thompson.
Pittsburgh at Philadelphia, rain delay. Atlanta at San Diego, and the Dodgers and the Giants later start.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Thompson. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out and nobody on. The Tigers leading 5-0 and batting here in the bottom half of the third inning. Bilal Lindblad in relief of Dick Tidrow. Sidearm curveball is popped foul over near the Tiger dugout. Coming over here is Nettles. Looks like he's got room, and Nettles makes a basket catch. In foul territory. 2 outs. Well, Ralph Houck has 7 left-handed hitters in his lineup, and of course that's one of the reasons that Bob Lemon, the Yankee skipper, went to the left-hander Paul Lindblad. And here's Steve Kemp who hit a 3-run home run in the first inning, giving the Tigers their 3-0 lead off Dick Tidrow. Kemp's 13th home run of the year. He now has 74 runs batted in. Lindblad's pitch. Curveball is a called strike. On deck is Milt May. The 1-strike pitch to Kemp. Curveball. He checks the swing, takes it outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers ahead 5-0. 5 runs, 4 base hits. The Yankees no runs on 2. 1-1 pitch. Fastball is inside. Lindblad slipped as he turned the ball loose and almost fell down. He caught himself with his hands. But 2 balls and a strike on Steve Kemp. Lindblad rocks, and the 2-1 pitch. Curveball is popped up, coming back over near the stands. Munson coming back near the screen. He's there, puts it away, and the side is retired. Tigers pick up 2 runs on home runs by LaFleur and Staub. And at the end of 3, it's the Tigers 5 and the Yankees nothing.
It's the top of the 4th inning here in Detroit, and the Yankees have their work cut out for them. Kip Young, the right-hander, so far has been tough on the Yankees. The Tigers, with 5 runs, they lead the Yankees 5-0. Thurman Munson steps in to face Young. He'll be followed by Jackson and Chambliss. And here with the play-by-play, the Scooter, Bill Rizzuto.
Hi, Fran Haley. Thurman Munson bounced out hard to Mankowski his first time up. And Kip Young into the windup. The pitch is a curve outside, ball 1. This is what the Yankees were doing to the Red Sox day after day up at Fenway when they won those 4 games. So they're going to have to regroup. And Munson takes a strike, 1-1. Cold night in the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. 1-1 curve, ground ball in the hole, base hit. Just between third and short out to left field. So Munson starts things off here in the top of the 4th. With a single to left field. That's base hit number 3 for the Yankees. And again, all 3 of them singles. They had 18 in the last game. That's at least 21 consecutive singles. Reggie Jackson bounced to second his first time up. You know, Fran, I thought the wind was going to be a factor in this game, but it hasn't bothered those shots to deep right field. Strike one to Reggie.
No, it hasn't, Phil. Of course, many pitchers are afraid to pitch in a ballpark like this. The Yankees had success in Boston. The pitchers did pitch into the Red Sox hitters. The balls that were hit here for home runs were out over the plate, and they were driven 2 balls pulled, and the ball the floor hit was out over the plate. He slashed that ball to right field.
All right, 1 strike on Reggie. Munson at first, nobody out. Young comes to the belt. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He took a little bit off, and Reggie out in front. Might have hurt that left elbow. That hurts when you're fooled on a pitch. Strange thing to explain, Fran, but you know when you're way out in front, you're swinging and trying to check at the same time.
Right. You almost come up with that hyperextension that many of the tennis players come up with.
All right, 2 quick strikes on Reggie. Thompson holding the bag against Munson. He laid off on the off-speed pitch down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still, Baltimore tied that game up in Boston in the top of the 4th, and they are still batting.
All right. Didn't look like we were going to have to play scoreboard baseball anymore this year, but the way this game is going, you might have to do it tonight at least. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Reggie. Struck him out again. He took a little bit off. And Reggie out in front. First strikeout for Kip Young. That'll bring up Chris Chambliss, who flying to left field his first time up. Rained all morning through most of the afternoon. Up till almost game time, drizzling, then it stopped. First pitch to Chambliss. Bouncing ball could be 2. Whitaker up over short 1. Back to first. Double play. And that was an exciting double play on a bad hop to Whitaker. 4-6-3. Second double play. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 3.5, Tigers 5 and the Yankees nothing.
Cahoe's Tobacco Company has more to offer than the name implies. Cahoe's Tobacco, 60 Remsen Street, Cahoe's, and Zenith are celebrating Zenith's 60th anniversary and Zenith's 20 millionth color TV. It's a great time to buy Zenith System 3 console and table TVs with up to $60 cash rebates direct from Zenith to you, depending on the set you buy. Now, here's all you do. Just buy one of the qualifying models, fill out the money-back coupon from Cahoe's Tobacco Company, and send the coupon back to Zenith with your owner's registration card as proof of purchase. You'll get a check direct from Zenith. So act now. This is a limited offer only. Get a Zenith System 3 TV and get the sharpest picture in Zenith history at a great Cahoe's Tobacco Company price. A cash rebate of up to $60 from Zenith, America's #1 TV, year after year. All this and more can be found at Cahoe's Tobacco Company, 60 Remsen Street, Cahoe's. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5:30, Friday nights till 9. Closed Sunday and Monday. Cahoe's Tobacco Company, with more to offer than the name implies.
Your pictures, faces, places, little memories that become memories. Important pictures, because they're your memories. So when you get them developed, take them to someone who knows just how special those pictures are. Take them to a store with a sign that says, we use Kodak paper for a good look. Because they know Kodak paper can help make your pictures look their best. Turn your moments into memories. And get them developed soon, wherever you see the Kodak paper sign.
Okay, Milt May, the catcher for the Tigers, will lead it off here. He flew out his first time up. He'll be followed by Tim Corcoran and then Phil Mankowski. Bottom of the 4th inning. The score, the Tigers 5. The Yankees, nothing.
All right, friend, Paul Lindblad in relief of Dick Tidrow. His first pitch in for a strike. All 3 hitters he's faced. He started off with a curveball and gotten it over for a strike. He kicks fastball, foul back, strike 2. We had mentioned that between LaFleur, the leadoff man, and Trammell, the 9th batter in the lineup, Ralph Houck has 7 straight left-hand batters. Now, whether he'll change with Lindblad out there or not, we'll see. Ground ball back to Lindblad. He's got it. Takes his time and throws him out. 1 away, and that'll bring up Tim Corcoran, who bounced to second his first time up.
course, Phil, when Houck makes a move to put right-handers in, Lemon will have the goose from the bullpen, and I'm sure Houck will take this into consideration. Of course, the ball travels better to right field here than it does to left field.
Yeah, that's for sure. Tigers have proved that tonight. 3 home runs. And as Fran told you, one by Ronald LaFleur, right-hand batter of the opposite field. Pitch to Corcoran, line to left center. It's going to be in for a base hit. Extra bases. Rivers grabs it, but Corcoran will be in with a double as he lined a bullet between Piniella and Rivers. That's the 5th base hit for the Tigers. And now, here's the first change, Fran.
Aurelio Rodriguez will bat for Phil Mankowski. Of course, Rodriguez plays against mostly left-handed pitching. Mankowski against the right-hander. Rodriguez, an excellent defensive third baseman.
All right, Rodriguez will be the batter. 1 man out. Aurelio batting .259, 21 doubles, 2 triples, 7 homers, 38 runs batted in.
Of course, Phil Lemon has forced Houck to make a move here to put the right-hander in.
All right, Aurelio stands close to the plate, right down the end of the bat. Lindblad's curve line, foul, a bullet down to the bullpen down the left field line.
So against right-handers, Rodriguez has a tremendous problem with the breaking ball. Of course, that ball breaking away, the left-hander's ball breaking in. Rodriguez does not have that much of a problem with that pitch.
All right, he certainly looked like he knew what was coming on that one. Lindblad sets. Fastball foul back to the screen, strike 2. On deck, the shortstop, Alan Trammell. The kick and the pitch, fly ball to fairly deep left center. Corcoran tagging. Rivers on the warning track makes the catch, and Corcoran will go into third base. And we'll pause 5 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Radio Network.
You're listening to 1460 WOKO, Albany.
On that long fly, Corcoran tagged and went to third. He's at third with 2 outs. Alan Trammell struck out his first time up. Tigers lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Trammell, a right-hand batter. And Lindblad's pitch inside, ball 1. The kick and the pitch low, 2-0. Took a little bit off that one. Lindblad does not want to walk this man Trammell. On deck, Ronald LaFleur. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Trammell and Whitaker are as exciting as Dent and Randolph. Double play combinations go. The 2-1 pitch, high and outside, 3-1. Jackson playing very shallow in right, as is Rivers in center. Piniella deep in left. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, 3-2. That pitch was out of the strike zone. You can hear the crowd moaning. Would have been ball 4. The payoff pitch fouled upstairs and out of play. One thing about this ballpark, Fran, that I like, you're right on top of the action here in this booth.
Yes, you are.
Almost reach out and touch him. The pitch, foul again, the upper deck out of play.
Phil Trammell, throughout his minor league career, a pretty good hitter. Last year, batted .290 for the Montgomery Club in the Detroit Tigers chain.
He doesn't look too bad at the plate.
Of course, they're very high on Whitaker as a hitter.
Uh-huh.
Defensively, they look very good.
All right, Lindblad winds his pitch, ball 4. Well, Trammell did get the walk. First given up by Lindblad, and it brings up LaFleur. He doubled in the first inning. He hit a Baltimore chop over Nettles' head. Greg playing him in, and he went for a double, and then he homered into the right field seat. The score now with 11 homers and 57 runs batted in. First and third, 2 out. Tigers in front, 5-0, bottom of the fourth. Foul back and out of play. Ernie Harwell's the only smart one. They got a cage in front of their booth.
Yes, they do.
He's over there laughing. Everybody else ducking line drives. The next pitch, inside 1-1. Runners lead at first and third. Change-up, foul back, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So it looks like LaFleur waiting on that breaking ball a lot better than he did when he first got into the major league. When he first came up, awful lot of trouble with the breaking ball, especially the ball in the dirt would chase that pitch.
Yeah, he'd be way out in front, leaning. He's waiting now, and that's low and inside. Nice play by Munson. It's 2-2. Ron LaFleur. Never played any sandlot ball or high school ball. First time he played was while he was in prison. The 2-2 pitch, bouncing ball, hit to short. Dent goes to second just in time. It had never gotten LaFleur at first. Good play from Dent to Randolph. No runs, a base hit, no errors, and 2 men left. And at the end of 4, Tigers 5 and the Yankees nothing.
What's so funny, Phil?
Oh, Frank here thinks he's more famous than Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson? Frank, Reggie scored 10 runs in 1 World Series. 5 of them were homers. He set 9 new records.
He's even got a great new candy bar named after him. And boy, are those Reggie bars delicious. Crunchy peanuts, chewy caramel, a smooth chocolatey coating.
Okay, so the new Reggie bar is terrific. But I've got a whole sandwich named after me.
You do, Frank?
Sure. Haven't you ever heard of a Frankfurter?
Right on, Frank. We always knew you were a hot dog.
Hello, Rusty Joe.
Hey, how are you?
Goodbye, Rusty Cars.
Hi, I'm Rusty Jones. What? Rusty Jones Rust Proof. You know, I can save your car from rust. You can? Sure, because I'm more than just rust proofing. I'm the one option you can buy for your car that actually appreciates the value. How's that? I'll stick with your new car, protecting it from rust for as long as you own it. And everybody knows a rust-free car is worth more trade-in value. You really stick with my car? Day and night, winter and summer. No vacation? Not even the coffee break. No gimmicks. Nope, I just want your car to stay rust-free so you can pay.
Hello, Rusty Jones. Goodbye, Rusty Cars. Hello, Rusty Jones. Goodbye, goodbye, Rusty Cars.
Look for car dealers that offer Rusty Jones rust proofing. It's a sure sign they care.
All right, Greg Nettles, who walked his first time up, leads it off. Yanks trailing by 5 runs. Kip Young, the right-hander, winds, and the pitch hit off the end of the bat to third. Rodriguez fires to first, and Nettles is retired. Rodriguez, who batted for Mankowski, stays in the game at third. That'll bring up Lou Piniella, who singled his first time up. Lou has really been on a red-hot streak.
Butch Hodson is homer in the bottom of the 5th inning in Fenway Park. The score is now Boston 2, Baltimore 1.
All right, last night, Jim Rice hit 2 home runs, 39th and 40th, along with Yastrzemski and Hobson.
Right.
Pitch to Piniella, swing and a miss, and Lou turned all the way around. He was going for the downs on that one. Lou doesn't do that very often. Once in a while, he'll guess. One strike on Piniella. Nobody on. High 1-1. Lined up by Young. And a slow curve drill to left field. Down the line and off the glove, but just foul. A great effort by Kemp as he got near the wall there. I said it was a hairline call. It looked almost like he hit the ball on the foul line.
Yes, it did, Phil. The ball just kept drifting, and like I said, Kemp made an excellent try for that ball.
All right, Piniella comes back.
On the scoreboard, it's Baltimore. Boston 2, Baltimore 1. The bottom of the fifth inning, Hobson hit his 17th home run of the year. Minnesota, Chicago, no score after 1. Kansas City 2, Oakland 1 after 1 inning. California 2, Texas nothing after 1.5. Milwaukee at Seattle, later start.
All right, we got rain in the east, I understand. Fran? There's a bouncer to short. Trammell has it and fires him out. That kid has got a good arm directly over him.
Toronto and Cleveland postponed because of rain. In the National League, Chicago and the New York Mets rained out. Cincinnati 4, Houston 3, final score. Montreal 5, St. Louis 1 after 5 complete innings. Pittsburgh nothing, Philadelphia nothing after 1. Atlanta and San Diego, the Dodgers and the Giants. Later start.
All right, Roy White flied to left field his first time up, and Roy fouls the first pitch off strike 1. Well, the Yankee hitter's way ahead of this kid's motion. And in the top of the fifth, the Yankees trail 5-0. A one-strike pitch just outside.
Still Young short arms the ball up there. He has a lot of motion, and when you have a lot of motion as a short arm pitcher, it really takes patience to wait on the ball.
Mm-hmm. Throws from the hip almost. Out in front again, fouled it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And most of your short arm pitchers usually keep the ball down, although Young has thrown the fastball up tonight. The reason is when you short arm the ball, you have a small stride, very short stride, and you get that downward movement on the ball.
All right, here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul, the left side back, and the seat's out of play. Yeah, the Tigers are in the spot to be spoilers. 2 more games with the Yankees here, and then they play the Red Sox. Not immediately after, but right here in Detroit. Low, Roy has to skip a little rope. It's 2-2. On deck, Bucky Dent. The 2-2 pitch, low and inside, 3-2. Young ready for the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, White is on. He was ahead of Roy, and then lost in the second walk, given up by Young. It'll bring up Bucky Dent, who continues to be a hot hitter. He single right his first time up. Bucky is now hitting 11 straight games. Bucky Dent credits Clyde King with improving his batting. Those pitchers, they know how to look at hitters. And Bucky takes the ball inside.
Of course, Clyde King really helped Jim Beattie.
Yeah, that's great. When a pitcher studies pitchers and hitters, I guess, as carefully as anybody.
Right.
Next pitch, Bucky bounces it 1 hop to Rodriguez. Goes to second for the 4th on White. For the Yankees, no runs, no hits, no errors, a man left, and at the end of 4.5, Detroit 5 and the Yankees nothing.
What's the secret behind Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers? It's no secret at all.
At Wendy's, we use fresh meat instead of frozen meat. We think it's juicier.
We make our
patties fresh each and every morning. Harder on us, juicier for you.
We serve every hamburger hot off the grill, never pre-cooked or warmed over.
At Wendy's, hot and juicy is not a slogan. It's the way we make our hamburgers. You know what it takes? A lot of extra work and a lot of good cooking. Come on in and try Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. Juicy meat, juicy toppings, and lots of napkins.
Wendy's, 1335 Central Avenue near Colony Center, 741 New Loudon Road, just south of Latham Circle, 3 Clifton Country Road, across from Clifton Country Mall, and now in Glenville.
Orbit tastes so good, you won't believe it's a sugar-free gum. Take it from a grocer. Orbit tastes great. The first time I tried it, I couldn't believe it was sugar-free. A lot of my customers tell me the same thing.
He's right. Orbit does taste great. I was surprised to find out it's sugar-free. My kids really like the taste of sugar-free Orbit, too. And I like the fact that Orbit's made with only natural sweeteners. Tastes so cool and refreshing.
Orbit tastes so good, you won't believe it's a sugar-free gum. Get some soon and see for yourself.
All right, Lou Whitaker, the batter. And takes a pitch down low, ball one. Whitaker has struck out and bounced to short. Inside 2-0. Well, for you fans who shut out, the reorder of photo albums has arrived. So those of you who send in your pink coupons will be receiving yours shortly. That's outside 3-0. Now, those who still have the coupons may exchange them for albums at the Stadium Advance Ticket Office or by mail. Strike one, 3-1. And if you would like to purchase an album, send a check or money order for $3 to Photo Album, Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York, 10451. That zip again, 10451. And that pitch was ball 4 to Whitaker. Second walk given up by Lindblad since coming on. And Rusty Staub walked and scored in the first. Homered deep in the upper deck in the third. His 21st of the year. And 109th run batted in. Whitaker at first. And Lindblad steps off the rubber and then fires to first. Kind of a tricky play, but it didn't fool Whitaker. Lindblad kicks, delivers, high drive to right center. Mickey Rivers got a beat on it, tagging up Whitaker. Gloves going, Mickey's throw is in, and Whitaker goes back to first. Rusty just missed that one.
And so Mickey Rivers, good jump on that ball, got under, positioned himself well. When he was with the California Angels in his first year with the Yankees, he had a problem throwing the ball. Now he gets a good position. He pushes off the front part of his left foot, and that helps his throwing. Of course, he leads the Yankees with assists this year.
And he does, and it looks strange and awkward if you watch Mickey, but it is successful, and that's what counts. Jason Thompson fly deep to center, pop to third. And the pitch is over, strike one call. Tigers leading 5-0, bottom of the fifth. And the Red Sox leading the Orioles 2-1. The end of 5. Low, blocked by Munson. There goes Whitaker. That'll be a wild pitch. It was a curve in the dirt.
Very aggressive base run, Phil, on Whitaker's part.
It was very aggressive base running. For some reason, Thurman took the mask and held it in his glove.
I think he took for granted that Whitaker was going to hold on first base, but Whitaker broke immediately for second.
All right, so Whitaker at second with one out. Pitch to Thompson, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Steve Kemp. Lindblad gets the sign. Side on pitch, a little bit low, 2-2. Only one man out. The 2-2 pitch, line to left field. That's a base hit. And it could be close. Pinella's throw. And offline, Whitaker scores, and going to second is Jason Thompson, and the Tigers lead 6-0. You know, Piniella played that ball well, Fran, but it seemed a slider or a tail off at the end.
Yes, it did. Of course, when the ball slides like that, what's happening is the outfielder or the infielder is throwing it with a tight wrist, and they're not coming right over the top. It acts just like a slider. Of course, a big play for the Tigers right there. Whitaker's heads-up base running, advancing to second base, enabled him to score on Jason Thompson's single. The score is now Detroit 6, New York nothing.
All right, and Thompson went to second on the throw to the plate. Here's Kemp. He takes the strike on the outside corner. Kemp hit a 3-run homer in the first inning, fouled to Munson in the third. He's got 13 homers, 74 runs batted in, left-hand batter. Fastball fouled back off the screen. 0-2. Thompson leads off second. Curve just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lindblad to the belt. Fastball. Did it hit his bat? They asked the third base umpire. He said no, he did not swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Swing. Foul tip held by Thurman. Strikeout and 2 men out. First strikeout for Lindblad. Got to bring up Milt May. May is fly to left, hit back to the box. So the Yankees, who had the field day up in Fenway, then enjoyed an off day here in Tiger Town yesterday. Now struggling here, trailing 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th. May takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Lindblad kicks, delivers low, 2-0. Tim Corcoran on deck. Lindblad steps back. Thompson goes back to second. Now he's ready. And the pitch bounced off the plate. Lindblad up with it, flips to Chambliss in time. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. There was a wild pitch and a man left. And at the end of 5, it's the Tigers 6, the Yankees nothing.
Yeah, that's right. There's nothing like getting home, especially when there's a cold can of Bud waiting for you. But when you say Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Down, 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 down. When you get good, if it's running good, there's a motor in the place where the motor goes. And in the motor there's 4, 6, or 8 little holes where something's called a spark plug goes. And that's what makes the motor run good under the hood. If the plugs you use are champion. Cause champions do what you want to do. When you turn on the key, they're waiting on you. So if you've got 4, 6, or 8 little holes where the spark plug goes, buy a better plug than champion. We got a plug for any kind of car. You can't buy a better plug no matter where you are. So if you got 4, 6, or 8 little holes where the spark plug goes, you can't buy a better plug than champion. Now. Cause champions do what you want them to do. Give you better mileage and performance too. So if you got 4, 6, or 8 little holes where the spark plug goes, you can't buy a better plug than champion. You can't buy a better plug than champion.
Good evening. This quick update on the elections right now. Early predictions have Governor Kerry the winner in the primary race. However, it is really too soon to tell. Robert Abrams in the Attorney General's campaign. No results are in locally in the Nolan Shang race or the Stratton Pine race. We'll have the details and some results of those after the 7th inning, though. the Yankee ball game with Detroit. I'm Doug LaRock. Stay tuned to WOKO for complete primary results.
From Boston after 5.5. It's Baltimore 3, Boston 2. Phil?
All right, I'm glad you gave that. That's the only good news Yankee fans have had. There's one hit deep to right center. LaFleur off the wall. And Rivers limping into second base. Mickey Rivers hit one 415 feet that just missed going over the fence in deep right center field. So maybe the Yankees have heard the news. A double to deep right center for Mickey Rivers. Baltimore leading the Red Sox 3-2 with the Red Sox batting in the bottom of the sixth. Willie Randolph lined a short hit into a double play. That's the first extra base hit for the Yankees after at least 21 straight singles. Might be more even. High and tight ball one as Willie had to duck out of the way in a hurry. I forget what the last few hits were on Saturday. We can check that later, though. That is trivia compared to what's going on here now, the race with the Yankees and the Red Sox. Kip Young sets. Pitch to Randolph. Base hit left field. And stopping at third is Rivers. And Randolph holds that first, so the Yankees with a double and a single. And the batter now, Thurman Munson. And that's base hit number 5 for the Yankees.
And so, although the Yankees have not been hitting that long ball, they need the bomb right here.
Yep. Munson has bounced to third and singled. And the one thing that Thurman is disappointed about his year is his home run output. He has just 6.
Of course, he plays in that big Yankee Stadium left field. That's where his power is, left center field. Take an awful strong man that consistently hit home runs in Yankee Stadium in left field.
All right, nobody out. Randolph at first. And Rivers over at third. They want to take a look at the ball. Willie has now hit in 8 consecutive ball games. And whenever Rivers and Randolph get on, the Yankees usually score. Nobody out. Yankees trailing 6-0. Stretch by Young. The pitch, hard ground ball foul outside of third. Yankees really swinging the bat now like they did up in Boston. Randolph leads off first. Rivers off third. Quick throw to first. Tricky move there by Kip Young, but Willie dove back safely. Young sets again. Curve high and tight. Thurman, boy, wanted to jump on that one, Fred.
Of course, that ball upstairs there around the shoulders and the eyes looks so big, but that's the most difficult pitch to really get the head of the bat out on. Usually pops that ball up.
All right, he did lay off. It's 1-1. There goes Willie. The ball is foul. Boy, there was a daring play. Randolph had a good jump. Thurman swinging at the pitch, and Whitaker going over to cover. Munson had the whole right side to shoot through. Fouled it over the roof out of play. That's what makes exciting baseball, Fran.
It really does, Phil. Randolph, 31 stolen bases, has only been caught 7 times, so percentages on his side and generate some excitement and some run production for the Yankees.
Right, and the Yankees trailing 6-0. You never expected. Here's the pitch, and the perfect double play ball. Rivers will score. And they get their third double play of the ball game. No RBI for Munson. Hit right at Trammell to Whitaker. Rivers does score. It's a 6-1 ball game, but now there are 2 out and nobody on. Reggie Jackson bounced to second and struck out. Double plays the pitcher's best friend. And a real rally killer. Pitch to Reggie. He held up that time on the off-speed pitch. Ball 1. Never forget that one home run Reggie Jackson hit here in an All-Star game, Fran. It's still going if it hadn't hit the light towers. Reggie just stood at home plate and admired it, wanted to see how far it was going. That's low. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, line base hit to right center. LaFleur over and grabs it. Jackson around first and then stops and hustles back. So that double play was a big play for the Tigers. Yankees pick up their third hit of the inning, but there are 2 out now, and the batter, Chris Chambliss. Chris flied to left, hit into a double play, and looks like we're going to get some action in the Tiger bullpen. Old Eagle Eye Healy's going to tell us who it is in just a moment.
There is some movement down here, but now somebody gets up. It looks like John Hiller, the ace left-handed reliever for the Detroit Tigers.
All right, Ralph Houk said he'd like nothing better than to slow the Yankees down, so he's coming in with his ace if needed. Chambliss takes a pitch low, ball 1. Reggie Jackson at first. Pitch right down the middle, 1-1.
Phil, although Hiller is the ace of the Detroit Tiger bullpen, the Yankees are more familiar with Hiller than they are Kip Young, so it could be in their favor.
All right. Never thought of that. Jackson leads away. The off-speed pitch lined off the first baseman's glove, but just foul. Jackson around second has to go back. Jason Thompson lunged for it, nicked the glove, but he was in foul territory with his arm. So Reggie back to first. Young sets. There goes Jackson. The ball is hit high in the air to left field. Kemp started back, comes in, and makes the catch. Again, the Yankees have Jackson running. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, a man left. And at the end of 5.5, the Tigers 6 and the Yankees 1. A foul back, Thurman Munson racing, but it hits the screen, and it's 1-1. Score just went up. Baltimore 3 and the Red Sox 2. Is that at the end of 6? It is now at the end of 6. Time is called as it looks like one of those beach balls thrown out on the field in deep center. I said nobody's going to reach that tonight the way that wind's blowing.
And so we mentioned earlier, 3 ball players reported today to the New York Yankees from their AAA ball club, the Tacoma Yankees. Larry McCall, Jerry Narron, and Brian Doyle. McCall, a right-handed pitcher. Jerry Narron, a catcher, plays first base and also a designated hitter. And Brian Doyle, an infielder. And there's a break in the action with the score. Detroit 6, New York 1.
This is Mel Allen. Some air freight companies have a lot of speed but no control. Thanks to Emery's computer tracking system, Emery's not one of them. Emery, the Air Force in air freight.
All right, Corker in the batter. Mickey Rivers got rid of the beach ball, and the pitch fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 14,162 here tonight, and the weather had a lot to do with the small crowd. Weather is brutal. Fran Healy forgot his coat and sweater.
Doesn't bother me.
I know, you're young and strong and reckless. Foul off the umpire's mask back to the screen. I borrowed a big, heavy, sheep-lined coat.
I was wondering if I could take that off your back.
You could if you wanted to, but I'm hoping you don't. It is cold here. A ball and 2 strikes. Lindblad delivers his strike 3 called on a breaking pitch. Second strikeout for Paul. Now Aurelio Rodriguez. He's been about once, fly to center. in the bottom of the sixth. Tigers lead 6-1. Pitch to Rodriguez, outside, ball one. One-0 pitch, down low. 2-0. Line, fair ball down the left field line in the corner. That'll be a double. Pinella stopped it with his foot. And Rodriguez will be in with a double. Ted Lou is thinking all the time, Frank.
Yes, he is. Phil. Ball was a rocket down that left field line. Pinella went over. It looked like he was playing soccer there for a second. He stopped the ball, picked it up, and got it in, held Rodriguez to a double.
Well, that wall comes to a point there, and Lou was real close to it. He knew if he bent down, it would bounce off the wall and go by him. Oh, it was quick thinking. Alan Trammell has struck out and walked. With one out, Rodriguez, who doubled down at second. Lindblad kicks, delivers a little looper that Willie Randolph is calling for in shallow right field. Makes the catch, and there are two men out. And that'll bring up Ron LaFleur, who doubled and scored, homered, and bounced into a force play. Thought possibly the Yankees might walk him and pitch to Whitaker. With two out with first base open, but let's see what they're going to do. Maybe pitch around him. Curve is high, ball one.
It's always a difficult thing to pitch around a hitter.
Make a mistake.
Oh, make that one mistake. You got to put him on and walk him.
Low and inside, gets away from Thurman, but this time he throws the mask away and holds Rodriguez at second.
And of course, Phil, when you're going to pitch around a hitter like a LaFleur, you will tend to bounce balls. You don't want Rodriguez advancing to third base on a wild pitch. That's why the intentional walk is the best thing.
The 2-0 pitch. Oh, he got away with one there, and he fouled it out of play, and the ball landed on the playing field as the wind held it up, but nobody could get to it. Chambers saw Jackson down the right field line. 2 balls and a strike. 2 men out. 6-1. Tigers lead in the bottom of the 6th. High and outside, 3-1. Lindblad sets, and the curve strike 2 called. So Lindblad not giving in and throwing the fastball. Full count. The pitch. Fouled. He was shooting the right field again where he hit his home run. Fouled it off in the upper deck.
And Phil LaFleur, much improved hitter since he got into Major Leagues, waiting better on the off-speed pitch.
You know, it's great to see a player improve. You see some hitters, they'll hit 220 for the rest of their lives from the year they come up.
Right, and of course it's adjustment. They have to adjust.
Right. Again, a 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. LaFleur is on. Third walk given up. And they are not booing Whitaker. They do the same thing here as they do to Lou Pinella in New York. I guess anybody named Lou gets that treatment, right?
Yes, they do.
Why wasn't your first name Lou? Wouldn't fit. Lou Healy?
No, mine were Boos.
That's what I mean. You never know the difference. All right, Whitaker has struck out, bounced to short, walked and scored. 2 out, 2 on. And the curve is low, ball 1. On deck, Rusty Staub. In this game, LaFleur, Staub, and Kemp have hit home runs. Kemp a 3-run job. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch outside, 3-0.
Phil, of course, Staub is on deck. He's the type of hitter that will put the ball in play. And, of course, he's got over 100 RBIs, a good RBI man.
Yeah, he's got 109 to be exact. There's the strike, 3-1. Rodriguez leads off second. LaFleur off first. Strike 2, 3-2, and Sparky Lyle. And it looks like one of the new Yankees getting up in the bullpen.
Like Ron Davis is going to protect Sparky Lyle.
Oh, okay. Full count. Runners go. The pitch is low. Oh, man, Munson and Lindblad thought they had that one. But Barnett called it ball 4.
And Phil, that was right now. Bob Lemon walks out to the mound. He's going to say something to Larry Barnett, I believe here. That was a breaking ball. And the thing I find what happens with a breaking ball, especially when you have to count 3 and 2, you might fool the umpire. At times, it wouldn't be a bad idea to turn around and tell him, be alive now. It's not going to be a fastball. Because once that ball breaks, the catcher has to jerk that glove. Any movement like that, usually the umpire will call it a ball. But right now, the Tigers have the bases loaded, and their best RBI man, Rusty Staub, as Phil told you, Rusty Staub with 108 RBIs. Bob Lemon says something to home plate umpire Larry Barnett, and now he makes his way back to the dugout. Thurman Munson back behind the plate. Look at Lemon. Look at him, huh? And Lemon is upset. Ooh. I'm sure he checked with Thurman Munson and Paul Lindblad about that last pitch to make sure. Sparky Lyle continues to throw in the Yankee bullpen. And the score, the Tigers 6, the Yankees 1, 2 out.
All right, the bases loaded. Pitch to Staub. Hit him. Or it hit the bat. No, it hit the bat. Holy cow, that was a weird. Staub chokes up so much on the bat it hit below his hands. I never saw that before. That was weird, wasn't it, friend?
It really was. It looked like it hit the knob of the bat.
All right, a break for the Yankees. 1 strike on Staub. Oh, did he get away with a pitch there?
And of course, Phil, Staub has that short stroke, and he just chokes up in at bat, tries to put the ball in play, and can pop the ball out of the park into the seat.
I tell you, Lindblad hung that one, Rusty, a little over anxious out in front, fouled it off. 0-2. Got to throw that snake here. He does, and it's just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good pitch, just missed.
Lindblad gets the sign. Another curve fouled. He got that one up. Rusty fouled it off. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, bases loaded. Tigers lead 6-1, bottom of the 6th. All 3 Tigers lead away. Lindblad winds, side-on pitch, high fly to right field. Jackson's got a beat on it near the warning track, makes the catch. No runs, a base hit, no errors, 3 men left at the end of 6. Tigers 6 and the Yankees 1.
Portion of New York's finest baseball is brought to you by Specs, New York's finest athletic shoes. You know, when it comes to athletic shoes, Specs are a sure thing to take the Triple Crown again this year. Best performance, styling, and durability. Whether you're into basketball, tennis, running, or just hanging around looking good, you should be into Specs. Catch up with the Specs athletic shoes at over 600 fine stores in and around New York City. When you step into your Specs, you're ready to step out. who's 0 for 1 tonight, steps in to face Chip Young. The score of the Tigers 6, the Yankees 1. And here with the play-by-play, Frank Messer.
Okay, Fred Haley, thank you very much, and good evening, everybody, wherever you might be listening to Yankee baseball. Greg Nettles has walked and grounded out to third. Had a 10-game hitting streak coming in. Hits a high foul, maybe playable down in the right field corner. Long run. Whitaker is after it, and Whitaker makes the catch in the right field corner. Boy, the second baseman went a long, long way for that one, and he made the catch.
Frank, that's a major league play right there. Whitaker, Thompson, and Corcoran gave chase after that ball, and Whitaker, a fine one-handed catch over by the Yankee bullpen. Lou Piniella steps in, one out. On deck, Roy White.
That was a fine play by Whitaker. Piniella is 1 for 2 tonight. Extended his hitting streak to 6 games when he singled in the second inning. Lucky Dad has extended his to 11, but so far they've stopped Nettles. Randolph has extended his to 8. Kip Young's pitch to Piniella, who grounded sharply to the third baseman, Rodriguez, who throws him out. 2 down.
And now 20 seconds for our local station to identify themselves.
There's morning sickness on WOKO with Brian Jackson and Joe Gallagher, Monday through Friday morning. For a taste of the strange, be sure to be on hand. 1460 WOKO, Albany.
Roy White steps in as a left-hand hitter and takes a strike. Roy has flied to left and walked. The Tigers lead it by a score of 6-1. The next pitch to White. Grounded to third. Rodriguez has got this one and throws him out. Roy hit it right off the tip end of the bat. At the end of 6.5 innings, the score, the Tigers 6, the Yankees 1.
You're not the only one who moves through rugged weather. Your driveway does too. Only while you're protected, it's out there exposed every day of the year. In winter, water freezes, expands, and tears your driveway apart. Summer sun bakes it. Oil and gas feed it. To protect your driveway, keep it jet black and rich-looking. Pour on Genite J16. Sure, driveway sealers all look the same on the pail, but they don't last the same on your driveway. Genite's the one that's engineered tough for heavy industrial use. And tough is what you need to protect your expensive driveway. Don't take a risk with an ordinary sealer. Insist on Genite J16.
Don't risk your driveway on second best. Get genuine Genite J16, the #1 driveway sealer in the world. Genite J16, first because it lasts. For a limited time only, Swire Appliance, 14 South Pearl Street in downtown Albany, is offering a spectacular buy on a family-sized 2-door Frigidaire refrigerator freezer for only $399, featuring Frigidaire's cyclomatic partial automatic defrosting system. You eliminate the messy time-consuming chore of defrosting the fresh food section. Separate freezer compartment offers a full-width door shelf and bookcase package storage. Many other Frigidaire features, too. And remember, you can finance your purchase right there. Swire Appliance, your Frigidaire Zenith dealer at 14 South Pearl Street, just in from State Street in downtown Albany.
Jason Thompson leads off the Tigers' 7th. He'll be followed by Steve Kemp and Milt May. Thompson has flied deep to center, popped up, singled, and driven in a run. He swings and he misses. Playing with a bad hand, cut down his home run power. Only hit about 5 or 6 home runs since the All-Star break, but he's kept his average up close to 300. Left-hand batter looks at a slider for a strike, and it's 0-2. Thompson has hit 23 home runs on the season, but he had most of them before mid-July. Lindblad's pitch in the dirt, skips all the way to the backstop. Paul Lindblad relieved Tidrow in the 3rd inning following Staub's home run into the upper deck in right field. 1-2 pitch from Lindblad, up high. Tigers have right-hander Dave Tobick and left-hander Sheldon Burnside throwing in the bullpen, and Thompson is called out on strikes. Jason doesn't want to leave, just stands there. Kemp doesn't want to go up. Both of them frozen, but now Thompson will have to walk away. Fran?
And Frank, the Toronto Blue Jays will be at the stadium the 26th, 27th, and 28th of September. And the Yankees close out the season hosting the Cleveland Indians the weekend of the 29th. Those games are Friday night, the 29th, Saturday afternoon, the 30th, which is Fan Appreciation Day, and the finale, October 1st.
All right, Fran, we'll look at Steve Kemp. He homered with 2 men on his first trip. Fouls this one back over our heads and out of play. Kemp is also popped up and struck out.
And Frank, the better Kemp becomes with the bat, the more effective Jason Thompson will be. Ball clubs will pitch to Thompson and not pitch around him.
All right, Lindblad is ready to work and deals. Down low, and the count squares off at 1-1. Talking about the Blue Jays and the Brewers coming into Yankee Stadium along with the Indians. Pitch on the way, strike called. Everybody wants to see the Yankee-Red Sox series this coming weekend, but if you don't have a ticket, we'd advise you not to come out because none will be sold. But don't miss your Yankees as they go down the stretch against the other clubs. This ball is lined to right, and it's going to be in for the base hit. Reggie has to play it on one hop in right center. And Steve Kemp collects his second hit of the game. That is the fourth hit off Lindblad. And the Tigers' eighth hit. The Tigers scored 5 runs on only 4 hits off Tidrow, who pitched only 2 1/3 innings. Of the 4 hits, 3 were homers. And now the catcher, Milt May, takes a ball. May has flied to left and twice has bounced out to the pitcher. Kemp down at first base, 1 away. Tigers lead 6-1. Kemp is going, pitches grounded right side, and through. Willie Randolph for an error. Kemp goes on to third base. Jackson throws the ball back into Randolph. So Randolph let the ball go right through him for an error, and the Tigers have runners at first and third.
In fact, that's what a running game will do for a ball club. They put the runner in motion. Kemp started for second base. Randolph looked like he was cheating on the play, had to come back over. Kemp ran by him. Randolph going the other way, had trouble picking up the ball through his legs, and he gets charged with an error at the Tigers with runners on the corner. Milt May at first, Steve Kemp at third.
And the batter is Tim Corcoran. He doubled back in the 4th inning off Lindblad. Lindblad struck him out in the 6th. He grounded out against Tidrow, 1 for 3. Left-hand hitter lines one. Chambliss catches it. Double play. No chance at all for Milt May to get back to the bag on a hard liner that was caught by Chambliss, and he doubles May off first. At the end of 7, it's Detroit 6, the Yankees 1.
The day is done. It's time to let it go. It's the moment to
Yeah, Budweiser. Absolutely the best way to call it a day. Any day. You know what I mean. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis. They came from across the sea. From Japan, Germany, England, Italy. Bright and eager to show what they could do. They were foreigners in a foreign land. But one thing that was true in the old country was also true in the new. You can't buy a better love for any kind of car than Champion. You can't buy a better love no matter where you are than Champion. Champion, #1 in the world. #1 in your car. Imports from every country find America is the land of opportunity. The opportunity to use Champion, the world's best-selling spark plug. The plug that wins more big races. For imports, you can't buy a better plug than Champion. You can't buy a better plug than Champion. You can't buy a better plug than Champion. You can't buy a...
Okay, on the scoreboard right now in the middle of the 8th inning in Boston. It's Baltimore 3, Boston 2. Toronto and Cleveland postponed because of rain. Chicago 2, Minnesota 1, the middle of the 5th inning in Chicago. After 4.5 in Kansas City, it's the Royals 3, the A's 1. California 4, Texas 1 after 3.5. Frank?
Okay, Fran, Bucky Dent leads off and fouls one back. Kip Young got him right in on the hands.
Milwaukee at Seattle, later start. In the National League, Chicago and the New York Mets postponed because of rain. A final score, Cincy 4, Houston 3.
One strike pitch to Bucky. Strike 2 called on the inside corner. Dent single leading off the 3rd inning to extend his hitting streak to 11 consecutive games. But right now he's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Young has the sign, winds and delivers. Dent swings and grounds one foul outside of first. And again, the ball was in on his hands.
Final score, the Expos 5, the Cards 1. The Expos with 9 hits, the Cards 3. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia tied 1 apiece after a rain delay in Philadelphia. That's after 4 innings of play. Milner hit his 6th home run for the Pirates. Maddox his 11th for the Phillies. Atlanta at San Diego, the Dodgers and the Giants, later start.
Pitch to Bucky, low and away from him. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dent. Bucky a 262 hitter right now. Spread on the batter's box, chokes up the pitch, taken outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees need some base runners. They trail the Tigers 6-1. 2-2 pitch. Hit him. That is hit. They don't need a base runner that way. Got him on the left arm just above the elbow. He's all right, I think. He's doubled over a little bit, walks down toward first, and Gene Monahan, the Yankee trainer, is out to check on him.
Frank Young hit Dent with a good fastball, ran the ball in on Dent. I'm sure he was trying to get inside. He does not want the leadoff man on base here in the top of the 8th. He's enjoying a 6-1 lead over the Yankees. Now Mickey Rivers will come up. Very important to get that lead runner on. I'm sure Bucky Dent would rather get on with a base hit or a walk, but he's on first base. Rivers will hit, Randolph will hit, and then the heart of the Yankee batting order, Munson, Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles.
Down in the Yankee bullpen, right-hander Ron Davis is warming up. I wouldn't be surprised to see Davis do some pitching in this ball game. Managers will use a game like this. The score isn't close to get some seldom used pitchers a little work on the mound in case they need them in an important ball game. Of course, every ball game is important, but in case they need them in a tight situation, the man will be sharp. Mickey Rivers up with Dent at first, nobody out. Kip Young's pitch, taken outside, ball 1. Rivers is 1 for 3, and he has scored the only Yankee run. The Yankees need Rivers on base.
And Frank Hiller, the left-hander who warmed up earlier in the game, is up again in the Tiger bullpen.
Serious time down there in the Tiger pen. Swing and a miss by Rivers out in front of an off-speed curveball. I'll tell you, this kid Kip Young can forget that fastball of his, just show it. But his big pitch, that curveball and the change, friend.
Yes, he has an excellent change of pace and a good curveball. Of course, a good pitch to throw to Mickey Rivers.
He waits on this one. It's it high down the right field line. It's going to be a foul ball chasing Corcoran. And he makes the catch. Good catch by Corcoran. Right in front of the seats, going full tilt in the Yankee bullpen area. Fine play by the right fielder.
It really was, Frank. Corcoran went a long way for that ball over by the Yankee bullpen. Once again, a fine defensive play by the Detroit Tigers.
He never gave up on it. Randolph now with 1 out and Dent out at first base. Randolph is 1 for 3. He has now hit in 8 straight ball games. And he takes an inside pitch.
Frank, top of the 9th in Fenway Park. It's Baltimore 3, Boston 2.
Now the stretch by the right-hander Young, and his pitch, strike over the outside corner. That time he sneaked the fastball and got it in the strike zone. Look at this Kip Young. You look at Dave Roseman as if they were cut of the same mold. 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Down the third base side. Coming over the shortstop, Trammell, down the line and makes the catch in fair territory behind third. 2 outs. Trammell gets a good jump on a pop fly ball.
Frank, you mentioned Young and Rozema. Both fine control, excellent control. Of course, Rozema has that herky-jerky motion, and he will have arm trouble throughout his career unless he gets away from the herky-jerky motion.
All right, Thurman Munson will step in. Dead at first now, 2 outs. Thurman is 1 for 3. He has grounded to third, singled, and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Pitch to him, taken for a ball. We'll pause 5 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Radio Network.
You're listening to 1460 WOKO, Albany.
Hey, Rich Gossage gets up in the Yankee bullpen to get loose. Frank?
1 ball, no strikes on Munson. Dead at first, 2 down. And the pitch from Young is lined to center field. The floor coming hard, will not get to it. It's in for the base hit. Dead has to stop at second. So the Yankees have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the batter is Reggie Jackson. Jackson is 1 for 3.
Frank, early in the game, Young got Jackson out on the off-speed pitch. That is Jackson's power pitch, the off-speed pitch. Last time up, Jackson hit a bullet off the fastball. Let's see if Young will go back to the breaking ball. Of course, the Yankees need some thunder right now. They trail 6-1.
I'm not that impressed with Young's fastball. Although I don't have to stand up there at the plate and face him, but it doesn't appear that his fastball does that much. And he curves Jackson, misses, ball 1. Tigers lead 6-1. Getting down the short part of the ball game, the 8th inning. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. The pitch to Reggie, hit deep to right. This one's gone. It'll be in the upper deck, maybe off the roof, way back in the upper deck. And now it is 6-4 as Reggie Jackson has hit a Getty Gunner for his 22nd home run of the year.
Frank, I said the Yankees needed some thunder, and Jackson gave them some thunder. Hit the ball way back into the upper deck here in Detroit. The manager of the Detroit Tigers walks out to the mound. Now the Yankees are back in this ball game. They trail by 2 runs, and they're a very good ball club late in the game. That ball was a fastball. Young missed with the first pitch, the off-speed pitch that he got Jackson on all night. The time before this, Jackson hit a fastball hard for base hit. Young came in with the fastball, and Jackson drove it deep into the upper deck here in Detroit. And there's a break in the action with the score. Detroit 6, New York 4.
This is Mel Allen. You know, Emery doesn't put a package through spring training just because it reports in out of shape or overweight. At Emery, they take any size package, any shape, any weight to practically anywhere. Emery, the Air Force, and Air Freight.
Okay, it'll be John Hiller, left-hander, the ace relief pitcher for the Detroit Tigers now for many years. He's a veteran pitcher. Knows what he's doing on the mound. And Hiller is 7-4 here in 1978. He has a 2.76 ERA. Leads the Detroit Tigers with 12 saves. Hiller, a great pitch, the changeup. And he will throw the changeup. Now, of course, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the Yankees are very familiar with Hiller. Although he's a successful pitcher, they will feel more comfortable off of Hiller. And Hiller will throw the changeup. Goose Gossage still throwing in the Yankee bullpen. Down the left field line, Milt Wilcox, a starter for the Detroit Tigers, getting some throwing in. In the 9th inning in Boston, it's Baltimore 3, Boston 2. Toronto and Cleveland rained out. Chicago 2, Minnesota 1 after 4.5. And it's Kansas City 4, Oakland 1 after 5. California Angels scored 4 runs in 4 innings. They now lead the Texas Rangers 4-2. Ron Fairley, the 10th home run. And Bobby Bonds hit one for Texas. Milwaukee at Seattle later start. Chris Chambliss steps in to face John Hiller. Frank?
Okay, Fran. Chambliss is 0 for 3. Takes a strike. Third base coach Dick Hauser screaming down at the plate umpire Larry Barnett that pitch was high. Chambliss has stepped out, glared back at Barnett, and Hauser really cutting loose a vocal barrage. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike two. No balls and 2 strikes on Chris. He's fried twice to left and grounded into a double play. The Tigers have turned 4 double plays in this game. This one misses, 1-2. Got 3 double plays turned by the Tigers. 3 of them. Big curveball struck him out. Big sweeping jug handle. But the Yankees get 3 to get back in the ball game at the end of 7.5. It's Detroit 6, the Yankees 4.
Good evening. These first election results are in. Governor Carey is the apparent winner in the three-way race for the Democratic gubernatorial nomination with about half the votes cast. He has about half those votes. Robert Abrams has built up a substantial lead over Dolores Denman in the Democratic Attorney General's race and is a projected winner. Locally, Howard Nolan appears to have about a 2-1 lead over Carmen Shang in that race for the 42nd Senate District on the Democratic side. With me is a man who's been active in area politics for some 10 years and a one-time candidate for Albany County Clerk, Paul Cardamone. Paul, why is Howard Nolan doing so well, and what does it signify?
I'll tell you, Doug, some political observers felt this race was going to be much closer than it's apparently going to be because of Mayor Corning's personal endorsement of Carmen Shang. However, this afternoon, talking with Charles Ryan, Sr., Treasurer of the Democratic County Committee and challenger to Erastus Corning for the chairmanship of the Democratic County Committee, he predicted a 2-1 victory for Howard Nolan. I think the work done by the insurgent Democrats and the apparent name recognition of Howard Nolan is going to be his key to victory tonight.
Okay, back to the ballgame. Rutland Lumber's gigantic summer clearance sale continues. They found more items that they must sell at greatly reduced prices, but hurry, stocks are limited on some items. For example, 5-gallon pail joint compound, only $6.25. Walden split and wedge kits, normally $26.98, now priced at $16.89. Assorted sizes shelf brackets, values to $1.44, now just 39 cents each. It's Rutland Lumber's gigantic summer clearance sale. All items cash and carry, all sales final, subject to stock on hand. Hurry to Rutland Lumber, 1997 Central Avenue in
On the
Colony.
National League scoreboard, Chicago and the Mets rained out at Shea Stadium tonight. Cincinnati 4, Houston 3. The line score, Cincinnati 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Houston 3 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. Montreal 5, St. Louis 1. The line score there, Montreal 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. St. Louis 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh, 1 apiece after 4 innings. Atlanta at San Diego, and the Dodgers and the Giants both later start. Frank?
Ron Davis is now pitching for the Yankees and Mike Heath catching. As we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning, Aurelio Rodriguez will lead off. Right-hander Ron Davis. Big fella from down in Texas starts to wind up, and the first pitch misses, ball 1. Tigers lead it 6-4. Alan Trammell is on deck, and then Ron LaFleur. Davis winds and delivers. Broken bat. Liner caught by Davis. He saw the bat right off in Rodriguez's hands. Barrel into the bat, went out the third base side of the mound. The ball went right back into the glove of Ron Davis, and there's 1 away. The batter will be Alan Trammell. Well, a little note on this date in history, 24 years ago today, the Yankees and the Cleveland Indians played a doubleheader in Cleveland before a crowd of 86,563. Record crowd. The Indians won both games of that doubleheader. Trammell takes the ball. Indians won the first game 4-1. The winning pitcher, Bob Lemon, now the skipper of the Yankees. You know who drove in all 4 runs for the Indians?
How about the president of the Yankees?
You're right. You got that right. Al Rosen drove in all 4 runs. There's a strike. 2-1 on Trammell.
Al Rosen and Phil Rizzuto talking about that before the game. They knew what they did. They knew how many hits, how many runs they drove in.
2-1 pitch hit in the air to right center field. That's going to be a long run for somebody, and nobody gets it. Ball's in between Jackson and Rivers. Rivers picks it off the wall, and Trammell is on his way to third. He's in standing up with a triple. Three-base hit for Trammell, his 4th triple of the year. I'll tell you somebody that remembered that doubleheader. I don't know this for a fact, but I have a feeling that Mark Samuel, who is now in a public relations capacity with the New York Yankees, was probably at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland for that doubleheader celebrating his birthday, because that day and this day, the birthday of Mark Samuel.
Happy birthday.
That's right.
Young man.
You're 2 for 2. All right. Happy birthday to Mark. Ron LaFleur up the infield end. The pitch to him. Strike. Call. Get away from Munson, but it's right at his feet. Or rather from Heath. Right at his feet. Heath didn't see it. Ronnie Davis came racing down from the mound to cover home plate, pick the ball up, and make a play on Trammell had he tried to score. Lindblad pitched well for 4 2/3 innings without only 1 run, 4 hits. Pitch to LaFleur in the dirt. This one gets away from Heath, and again Trammell holds at third.
Frank, final score from Fenway Park. The Baltimore Orioles 3. The Boston Red Sox 2.
Well, if the Yankees can rally in the 9th inning to win this ball game, they would move into first place ahead of Boston. If they lose it, they will remain a half a game behind the Red Sox, and the Orioles will have gained the game on both teams. Full windup by Davis. The pitch to LaFleur inside. LaFleur tonight against Tidrow doubled and homered. Again, the pitch is inside. 3-1 on LaFleur. Against Lindblad, he grounded on walk. So LaFleur is 2 for 3, a double and a homer. Full windup by Davis. The kid pitches and walks in inside. Lindblad in 4 2/3 innings allowed only 1 run on 4 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 3. Bob Lemon is on his way out. And he'll want Sparky Lyle to come in and pitch to the left-hand batting Lou Whitaker with Staub, Thompson, and Kemp, and May, and Corcoran. All left-hand hitters in that order behind him.
Right, Frank, and of course Ron LaFleur on first base will have a tougher time stealing off of Sparky Lyle than he would the right-hander Ron Davis. And a reminder, the Milwaukee Brewers will follow the Boston Red Sox into Yankee Stadium. That'll be Monday and Tuesday. The Brewers lead the season series 9-4, and good seats are still available. Of course, you get to see players like Heisel, Bando, Money, Molitor, Younts. Caldwell, left-handed pitcher, having a fine year with the Milwaukee Brewers. Right now, Sparky Lyle on in relief here for the New York Yankees. Tigers have runners on the corners to score. Well, let's take a break in the action with the score. Detroit 6, New York 4.
This is Mel Allen. The Emery Flight Pack takes packages up to 5 pounds. It's probably the only small package service in the...
Okay, Sparky Lyle complete his warm-up tosses. He'll get 8 tosses, and he'll pitch to Lou Whitaker with 1 out. The bottom of the 8th inning. And Frank, an important category for all players. Game-winning RBIs. Chris Chambliss leads the Yankees with 11. Nettles second with 9. He's tied with Piniella. Rivers and Jackson have 8. Munson 7. Roy White 6. Willie Randolph has 5, and he's tied with Jim Spencer. Bucky Dent, Cliff Johnson, they're tied with 4. Gary Thomasson is tied with Blair and Stanley, 2 each. And Mike Heath has a game-winning RBI. Of course, Mike Heath has done a fine job for the Yankees when they put him in the ball game. Frank?
Okay, here is Lou Whitaker in against Lyle, and the first pitch misses low for a ball. Whitaker is struck out, grounded out, walked twice, scored a run. Left-hand hitter. Runners first and third, the infield in, and a strike call. With 1 out, the Yankees, knowing that the runner at first is LaFleur, the hitter Whitaker, both of them extremely fast. They cannot gamble on the double play. There goes LaFleur. The pitch is hit back through the middle, knocked down by Dent, and he will have no play. Bucky knocked it down on the infield grass behind the mound and lost it. Run scores. Everybody's safe. Dent, with the ball hit sharply just to his left, dove for it. knocked it down, and then lost it. He didn't know where it was. That's a base hit and a run batted in. The ball was lying not a foot from Bucky, but he did not know where it was. Had no play in the run score. And now Rusty Staub with runners at first and second and one out, the infield back. Give Whitaker a run batted in, his 50th of the year. Pitch to Staub, taken for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Staub walked in the first inning. He was on when Kent hit a 3-run homer. Then Staub homered in the third. Since then, he has flied out twice. 1 for 3. Pitch to him. Foul straight back. Staub feels natural up there now. He can look out second base and see LaFleur. Nearly every time he's come to bat this year, LaFleur's been out there at second. Staub has knocked in 109 runs, and LaFleur has scored 116. They go hand in hand. Lyle sets on the 2-1 pitch. Taken low, 3-1. The run scored by Trammell is charged to the record of Ron Davis. And LaFleur is also Davis' responsibility. Lyle delivers, and the pitch is foul back just to our right. The 2-2 delivery. Hit in the air to right center field. Reggie has a bead on it. Going back to his right. Makes the catch. Tagging up at second base. LaFleur goes on to third after the catch. Whitaker holds at first. There are 2 down. Jason Thompson will bat with runners at first and third and 2 outs. Thompson is 1 for 4 with a run batted in. His 86th RBI came in the 5th inning when he singled, delivering Whitaker from second base. Tigers are on front 7-1, or rather 7-4, and the pitch foul back off the chest protector of Larry Barnett. In the 9th inning, the Yankees will have Nettles, Piniella, and White as their first 3 hitters. Could be Gregg's last chance to keep his 10-game hit streak alive and extend it to 11. Tigers lead 7-4. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. The infield back deep on Jason Thompson, who is not a very fast runner. Outfield bunches, plays it in the gaps, and time is called. Larry Barnett walked away from home plate. Lyle was ready to pitch.
That's unusual, Frank. Once the pitcher comes to the set position, the umpire is not supposed to call timeout. Lyle was surprised.
All right, Sparky throws to first base. Safe. Good pickoff throw. Whitaker very fast, takes a big lead off first. Lyle's pitch, hit in the air to left field. Piniella coming on, gets under it, and makes the catch to retire the side. The Tigers get 1 and lead 2, and at the end of 8, it's Detroit 7, New York 4.
With people going places, seeing all there is to see. Where the ride is always sure and smooth, you'll find the trusted friend you've always known. Firestone, 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 Firestone. Where the family car is moving, where a night truck fights the rain, where the race cars scream around the track, where the tractors farm the plain, wherever wheels are rolling, no matter what the road, the name that's known is Firestone, where the rubber meets the road.
Just wait till I get my hands on that Reggie.
Frank.
There won't be anything left.
Frank, wait. Before you do anything drastic, remember that Reggie set 9 new records. Remember his 5 home runs?
Well, this time he's really done it. That new candy bar of his is terrific.
New candy?
Sure, the Reggie bar. That chewy caramel, those crunchy peanuts, that smooth chocolatey coating. It's delicious.
I don't understand. What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing except just thinking about it makes me hungry. And I can't wait till break time so I can get my hands on...
Reggie bar.
The annual Grambling Morgan State Football Classic will be played at Yankee Stadium again this year, Saturday, September 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Frank?
Greg Nettles leads it off in the ninth inning and takes a breaking ball low from Miller.
All proceeds from this game go to the New York Urban League's Whitney M. Young Scholarship Fund.
He swings and he misses. The count evens 1-1. Greg has walked, grounded out to third, and fouled out to the second baseman, Whitaker, who raced all the way toward the right field corner to make the catch. 1-1 pitch to him. Down low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. We'll tell you again, Baltimore has defeated Boston 3-2. The Yankees trailing, though, by 3 runs. Nettles fouls one out of play on the third base side. Rodriguez gives it a run, but no chance. Tigers have a big right-hander, Jack Morris, throwing down in their bullpen. Pitch on the way to Gregg, taken for a ball. 3-2. They also have left-hander Eddie Glenn throwing. Nettles takes low, and it's ball 4. Gregg walks. Well, the Yankees get the first man on. And now Lou Piniella will come up. Piniella has singled, grounded out to short, and grounded out to third. 1 for 3. Piniella has knocked in the winning run in 3 of the last 7 Yankee wins. And he now has to get Piniella on, have Roy hit one and tie it up. Wind is blowing toward left field. The pitch to Lou. Foul back off of Barnett. Got him on the chest protector, skipped up off the mask. Strike 1. Back in New York, the Cubs and the Mets were rained out at Shea tonight. One pitch. Piniella hits it in the air to left field. Kemp has plenty of room, gets under it, and the left fielder makes the catch. 1 out. Nettles playing it halfway, scoots back to first base.
Frank Piniella just missed that pitch. Hiller took a little bit off the ball. Piniella got out in front, waited, kept the bat back. When he went out after the ball got in on him just a little bit.
Roy White now is 0 for 2. Slide to left, walked and grounded out to third. Swings and foul tips one in the midst. Strike 1. Tigers are leading 7-4. Hiller's pitch. Swing and another foul tip. No balls and 2 strikes. The Yankees will not lose ground to Boston. They could gain if they could come back and win this one. The pitch struck him out. Hiller's changeup struck him out. Second strikeout for John Hiller. And the batter now will be Bucky Dent. The Yankees are down to their last out in this ball game here in the ninth. Tigers lead 7-4. Dent is 1 for 2. Fouls one straight back. Bucky singled to extend his hitting streak to 11 games in the third inning. He grounded into a force play in the 5th, and in the 8th inning he was hit by a pitch leading off the inning. Scored the first of 3 runs in that frame. The next pitch to him, hit on the ground at third. Nice play by Rodriguez. From the ground, he throws him out, and the ball game is over. A fine play by Aurelio Rodriguez, who got that ball going toward the bag. And from a prone position, decision, he threw Bucky Dent out at first base by a wide margin. So the Tigers have won the ball game. The final score here in Detroit, the Tigers 7, the Yankees 4, and we'll have the totals and the recap in just a moment.
Good evening. The elections are basically over as far as we're concerned. Governor Kerry has won the three-way Democratic primary for the gubernatorial nomination. Robert Abrams is the winner in the two-way race for Attorney General on the Democratic ticket. Locally, Howard Nolan has defeated Carmen Shang for the Democratic nomination in the 42nd State Senate District by better than a 2-to-1 margin. We asked Nolan why he won.
I think the key was the fact that I've done a good job in the State Senate. I've worked hard in the State Senate, and I think that I had an awful lot of help from an awful lot of people, an awful lot of committeemen all over the district, including the city of Albany. I think, quite honestly, I think three-quarters of the committeemen in the city of Albany helped me one way or another in this primary fight tonight, and a lot of the ward leaders helped me quietly in this primary.
Sam Stratton is the winner in his race with Rick Hine for the Democratic congressional nod. Our political analyst, Paul Cardamone, is with me, and he has some ideas on why Governor Kerry did so well tonight.
I think from 2 points of view, Doug, Senator Jeremiah Bloom's campaign ended where it finished at a very, very slow start. As far as Marian Krupczak's campaign, she didn't seem to be able to garner the woman's support that she had hoped, and certainly she had financial trouble throughout the campaign. I think in a hasty decision as she had, in hindsight, she would not have made this choice.
Thank you, Paul. I'm Doug LaRock, and we'll be back in just a moment with some more.
48 degrees. This is WOKO, 1027 and a half.
I will give you the totals in just a moment. First, we pause for station identification on the New York Yankee Radio Network.
You're listening to 1460 WOKO, Albany.
Well, the Detroit Tigers pounded out 10 base hits in the ball game. They had at least one hit in every inning except the second when Tidrow got the side out in order. They got off and running in the first on a 3-run homer by Steve Kemp. Solo homers by Ron LaFleur and Rusty Staub added to it, and the Tigers scored 7 runs on 10 hits. They committed no errors and left 9. For the Yankees, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 5. Reggie Jackson drove in 3 of the 4 Yankee runs with his 22nd home run of the year. The winning pitcher, Kip Young, his record 6-5. John Hiller got his 13th save, and Tidrow, the starter and loser for the Yankees, is 7-10. So the Yankees' 6-game winning streak comes to an end here at Tiger Stadium. They'll try to start another one tomorrow night behind Jim Beattie. The Yankees now stay 1/2 game behind the Red Sox as Boston was edged by Baltimore 3-2. Well, that's the story on the ball game. The Tigers win it by a score of 7-4. The engineer for Yankee broadcast is Brian Ferguson.